This is part 5 of section 5. This part wraps up the techniques used in this section and gives you steps to follow in your own practice. To summarize this process, you start out considering your own needs as the author and as the person solving a problem, and end by considering the needs of your reader. At the beginning, you need to flesh out and arrange your thoughts, and the detailed outline really becomes your first rough draft. It allows you to see and order your thoughts without the distraction of polishing your writing or inserting grammar. You then fill in gaps in your outline using questions and answers. By answering these questions, you fill in these gaps and ensure a logical and smooth flow of thought. Your final product is a detailed outline with no gaps and a logical sequence of ideas. As you may have noticed, the steps just discussed are analogous to how you would approach a research project. You start by asking a lot of questions to direct your efforts. As you answer these questions, you will then think of more questions to identify more gaps in the research. Filling in these gaps by answering the questions helps you solve as many important issues in your research as possible. After completing the detailed outline, it is then an easy step to write the short paragraph. This is where you focus on sentence structure, smoothing the logical flow, and eventually grammar, which are all essential elements in coherent writing. When finished, you will have a polished body of thought. After completing the body, you need to go through the steps of constructing introduction and conclusion paragraphs. The introduction and conclusion paragraphs will frame the body paragraph by gently transitioning the reader into and out of your line of reasoning. Once the framing is complete, you will have a readable and convincing essay. Now it is time for you to practice the 3-paragraph essay. Take at least 2 of your short paragraphs from the last section and expand them into 3-paragraph essays. Remember that whether or not your subject material is technical, the subject of these essays still need to allow for logical progression. Here's a summary of steps to turn your short paragraphs into 3-paragraph essays. Step 1. Topic. State the topic. Step 2. Body paragraph. Read the body paragraph that contains the implied questions. Step 3. Introduction outline. Write down ideas for the introduction paragraph in outline form. Check for paragraph level continuity with the body and sentence level continuity with the introduction. Step 4. Introduction outline. Fill in the outline using implied questions. Step 5. Implied questions. Write the introduction paragraph with implied questions. Step 6. Introduction/body continuity check. Check the last sentence of the introduction paragraph and the first sentence of the body paragraph. Use an implied question to check for continuity. If necessary, rewrite these sentences so that there is a smooth transition between the paragraphs. Step 7. Introduction and body. Write out the introduction and the body paragraphs together with their implied questions. Step 8. Conclusion points. Go through the introduction and body paragraphs to choose points for your conclusion. This will ensure continuity on the paragraph level. Though you start with these points, you may include additional ideas in the sentences following them. Step 9. Conclusion outline. Write the conclusion outline. Use implied questions to fill in the gaps. Step 10. Conclusion paragraph. Write the conclusion paragraph. Use implied questions to ensure sentence level continuity. Step 11. Body/conclusion continuity check. Use an implied question to check for continuity between the last sentence of the body paragraph and the first sentence of the conclusion paragraph. If necessary, rewrite these sentences so that there is a smooth transition between the paragraphs. Step 11. Essay with implied questions. Write out the 3-paragraph essay with implied questions. Step 13. Final essay. Write the final draft for the 3-paragraph essay.